Good afternoon, members. Good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to today's session. My name is Anne Vivian. Hoping that you're faring on from wherever you're joining the call. So this afternoon, we are glad to have you joining this meeting. We are going to share more today on products and services and more insights on how the Sacco will be of more benefit to you as a member. So as we welcome our speaker for today, kindly let us know at the chat session where you're joining the call from. Kindly. Okay, thank you for those who are commenting. I see we have people joining from Nairobi. Karibu sana. We have Australia. Karibuni sana. Let us know where you're joining the call from. We have Nairobi, Upper Hill. We have Zimbabwe. Karibu. We also have Thika. Karibu sana. Welcome. Okay, so I'll introduce our speaker for today. Anita, welcome. You can take us through the session today.
So thank you, Anne. Thank you very much, Anne, for the session. Good evening, members. Welcome to today's session. It's a very exciting session. We are delighted to have you. So Karibuni, if you have a friend, a colleague who is yet to join us, you can just invite them to join us for the session today. Otherwise, just taking you through, we would like to welcome you. Again, we will start with just the basics of Safaricom Sacco. Definitely, we're expecting that the members, the 500 members who we have in attendance, we are assuming that all of you are members. However, we have been running a few campaigns for the Sacco, namely dubbed Mletendani. So with Mletendani, we have been able to give our members 500 shillings for every member that you refer. So again, just a call. If you have anyone out there that you would like them to join the Sacco, this is the ideal opportunity to just refer them. They will be able to get that incentive. Other than that, you will also be able to expand your circles in terms of guarantorship, and even better yet, build someone financially. So again, as we preach, why join Sacco? Why you should join Sacco? Again, it's an opportunity to save in a risk-free environment. You're able to get affordable loans, which I will be taking you through. Our good governance structure, as you can see, it's very open. We have recently rolled out the nominations for anyone who is interested to join our board. We have the 3 categories that are open. So we invite you all to participate in this step. Again, I'm just going to show you how easy it is to actually to access our Sacco products and services. Joining for us, it's usually very easy. I will be sharing a QR code. Otherwise, we have the web link there, the iconnect.safaricomsacco.com. So if you follow that, you will be able to join. So any new member who has gotten the link registration, we just charge you just as simple as 1,000 shillings per month. That 1,000 shillings registration. That is non-refundable. Monthly contributions, we are looking at 3,000. So 3,000, if you have 3,000 and you're able to actually save every month, we are saying with consistency, when you save 3,000, you're able to build enough deposits, and then again, be able to borrow a loan. Shares, again, we're just looking at the minimum contribution of 40,000 that is spread within 1 year. Now, moving on. Again, why I'm even asking you to refer members is to look at the model of Sacco and how Sacco works. So in the Sacco, once you join, the model of accessing a loan, actually for you to get a loan, you're able to get a loan through guarantorship. So with guarantorship is where you're able now to ask your individual members to guarantee you, which currently, if you have, let's say, deposits of 1 million, you're able to guarantee up to 3 times. Okay, so you're able to actually guarantee up to 3 times whatever is in your savings. Other than that, if you don't have a guarantor, worry not. There are other models. You can either do your deposits within the Sacco. So if you're to use your deposits to guarantee a loan, we allow up to 95% of your current deposits to actually guarantee a loan. Further than that, if you have a logbook and a title deed, instead of them gathering dust in your house, what we are recommending is you can give us this logbook, you can give us the title deed, and we will be able to charge them and use them for security for a loan. So for logbooks, pretty much we look at 50% of the value of the car. And then for the title deed, based on the location of where the land actually is, we are able to give you a percentage, either 60 to 70% based on where the land is. Now, once you have actually accessed these models of guarantorship, the next thing is now the major part of the Sacco where we are, accessing a loan. So how do you actually access a loan with us in the Sacco? As I started, any member is actually eligible for a loan, and all members are eligible for loans after 3 months of saving. So after 3 months of saving, you're able to get a short-term loan. A short-term loan is a loan whereby we are saying the repayment period is usually 1 year. And with the repayment period of 1 year, this is actually a loan that you can access up to 1 million shillings. So with that loan, we have the lowest, the loan with the lowest interest rate, which is Pamoja loan. So Pamoja loan is actually at 0.8%. And I'm sure most of you have not met that rate in the market. So Pamoja loan, again, how you access it, all our loans are accessible through our iConnect platform. So you're just able to log in, which hopefully I will be able to take you through within this session. You're able to log in, just go to the short-term section, apply for a loan. You choose either between Pamoja loan. Education loan is also another short-term loan. People tend to use it as the name states for education purposes. So even come January, when you need some school fees, we are able to give you this loan. Then we also have FOSA emergency loans that you're able to access. So FOSA emergency, we have now November coming up, so something that you can look forward to. We will be opening up the Christmas loan. So members, I can say you can also just look out for the Christmas loan sometime in November. It's usually a mobile loan that you can access very easily within your phone. Then from the short-term loans, we have long-term loans. So long-term loans are usually accessible. Once you have been a member for 6 months, you're able to access a long-term loan. So a long-term loan, we have them for various durations. Fanikisha loan, this is a loan that we introduced earlier on last year. The intention for this was to at least ease the repayment burden for our members. So we offer Fanikisha loan for a period of 84 months. Now, again, all our long-term loans, we have a maximum limit of what I can say 30 million. However, that does not mean if you have 20 million that you cannot access as per our deposit multiplier, where we say you can either access up to 3 times, 4 times, or 5 times your deposits. So you can be able to access as long as you're able to secure the loan, as I previously had stated, and the same, you're able to actually repay the loan. So the major factors when accessing a loan, what we look at is your ability to repay and if the loan has been secured. If we are very good on that, then the loan will be issued to you. Again, in terms of SLA, our short-term loans, we say we process them pretty much within the day. You should have your money. While our long-term loans, the match that we have actually moved our SLA from 7 days to 5 days. We are currently working on 3 days. And the intention next year is actually that some of these loans, we are able to issue them as instantly, hence us taking you through the requirement process of what is needed to actually take up a loan. So we also have the development loan. If you're not accessing, you can choose development loan. The period is 72 months. The difference between development and Fanikisha is that development loan is usually issued at 3 times your savings. So Fanikisha issued at 4 times, development issued at 3 times. Then we have the Jiwezeshe loan. as I earlier on mentioned, you can use your own savings to guarantee your loan. So what happens here in terms of jiwezeshe, you can use up to 95% of your savings to guarantee a loan. So case in point, if you have 1 million, you can actually use 95%, that is 950, access a loan. You don't need guarantors. And also, just like a short-term loan, jiwezeshe is also processed instantly within the day. What will happen in the case of jiwezeshe, as most members will see, we will just hold or freeze those deposits. So what that simply means is you cannot be able to guarantee someone with those deposits. Then consolidation loan. I believe most of you have seen our Rudi Nyumbani campaign. And as early as yesterday, I had my friends just showing me emails that they're being charged 14%, 17% for the loans. So the consolidation loan, why we are telling you to come back home, consolidation loan, we are able to borrow up to 5 times your savings. And what that means is we are also able to pay for every other loan that you have out there, be it a bank loan, be it a Shylock loan, be it a mobile loan. When you're applying for the consolidation loan, you will actually see it gives you an option of which loans you want to consolidate. So if you have had that email that is already giving you a shocker in terms of interest rates have increased, worry not. Our plan actually is to drive up disbursement. And that is why we are saying at 1% reducing balance, you can be able to transfer that loan that is currently at 17% and then bring it home. So consolidation and premium pretty much the same way. These are loans that you multiply up to 5 times your savings. So the difference between them, as you can see, is in the amount of repayment. Definitely a longer repayment period gives you less money to pay within the loan tenure. Then we have the asset finance loan. Asset finance loan, what we are saying is once you're a member with us, what you need is just the savings. The savings, we are able to multiply them by 3. You do not need any guarantor. What you need actually for asset financing, we will just require you to pay 20% of the value of the car. So again, just quick mathematics. If your car is 1 million, we ask you to have 200. If you do not have the 200, we also have what we call a booster loan. So our credit team can be able to give you a booster loan so that you can be able to finance, be it short-term, long-term, or mortgage, so that you're able to reach that threshold. A booster loan, what simply it means, if you are not able to raise enough deposits that you can either multiply by 3, by 4, or by 5, this booster loan is given to you and just charged off a 1% interest, and then the amount is now spread within the loan tenure. So again, if you're having any challenges in terms of financing, what we say is our team is ready. We are here to help you. So just reach out to us and we will be able to guide you on the same. Then we have our mortgage loans. So mortgage loans, we have the government-backed loans, which we are calling the Faraji Ready House and Faraji Construction House. Now, Faraji Ready House, what we are saying is out there in the market, other than the partners that you have seen us share with you, you have seen Centum Investment, who we have been promoting. We have been promoting houses from Crystal Rivers. And I'm happy to say, like right now, we have 100 members actually taking up mortgages with us. So what we are simply saying is any ready house that you see out there, we are willing to finance the same at 8% per annum. And the period of repayment is actually up to 25 years. And 25 years is subject to your retirement age. So if you're, say, 40, that means your retirement age is at 60, so we can finance you the house for 20 years. Better yet, we have even gone an extension further and taken pre-qualified valuers, pre-qualified lawyers, who we can actually take you through the mortgage process. So Faraji Ready House, any ready house out there at 8 million and below, we will finance it to you at 8% per annum. Then Faraji Construction, we used to sell land to our members, and we are happy that half of our members are actually landowners. Now with that land, if you're looking to construct a house, what we are saying is we will actually finance the housing project at 9%. Again, the repayment period is still 25 years. Here, what we will do for you, again, just going a step further to understand our members' needs, we will give you what we call a construction consultant who will take you through every process in terms of getting actually a QS, in terms of getting an approved plan. And then the cash in construction is actually disbursed to you in phases. Why it's disbursed in phases is so that we have a supervisor who looks at the construction process. So if, let's say, you're taking a Faraji construction, again for 8 million, charged at 9%, what will happen, we will give you 25% of the value. So 25%, there are certain parameters that need to be met. So what the QS will do is to ensure that these parameters are actually met, that no shady job is done. And once that job is actually done, then if the QS is actually satisfied, they will now come and request for the disbursement of the next phase. So again, members, if you have a house or if you have a land that you're looking to construct, just reach out to us, and then we will be able to help you construct. So I have mentioned the two types of mortgages. Ustawi, on the other end, fear not. If you have seen a house above 8 million, we are able to finance actually houses up to 20 million. If it is above, again, for mortgage, the house acts as the security, acts as the collateral. And even of importance to say is, for our mortgages, we issue them at 10 times your savings. So if I have 1 million, that means I can access a house up to 10 million. Now, if you're accessing this house up to 10 million, you do not need a guarantor because the house in this case is the security. So what will happen is we will take you through the valuation process, the charge process until you're able to get the car. So if I can just take you through briefly the housing process. So how it goes is you as the member, you provide us your income details for pre-qualification. Remember again, I said, for you to access any loan at the Sacco, the key things that we look at are the deposit multiplier. Can we multiply your deposits to get the amount that you're looking for? Number two, are you able to pay this loan? If you're able to pay, then we will look at the third option. What type of security are you using? And as you can see, for items such as housing, items such as the vehicle, you do not even need any guarantors because those items stand as collateral. So for the house, what we will do, you provide us with the income details. We assist you in the pre-qualification process. Once we see that you're actually eligible, we investigate the property and obtain a sale agreement. Again, why do we investigate the property? I'm sure you guys have seen recently, even Machakos, Athi River, guys being demolished their houses. We know this, we understand that this is your investment, this is your saving. So we investigate the property to make sure that it is not on any riparian land, it is not on government land that maybe you're sold to fraudulently. So there's a due process that actually goes into investigating the property to ensure that you get the right property. Now, once we investigate the property and we obtain the sale agreement, there's the loan application that you do. The loan application, we share with you the form. Once you get the form, you're able to apply for your loan. And then once you apply for the loan, since now we have seen the property, we have the sale agreement, valuation is done. Valuation is done to determine, again, the value of the house, to make sure that you are not actually ripped off. Once valuation is done, as I have said, we have even gone a step further and negotiated rates with our valuers. So you will see that we will give you convenient valuers within your region, whether you're in Kisumu, you're in Nairobi, you're in Thika. So it's not that a valuer is coming from Kisumu to go and look at a house in Machakos. What we have done is localized some of these services. So once valuation is done, again, we have even negotiated the prices. So you will get that valuation, you will be charged as cheaply as 20, 25,000, again, based on the size of the land, house, and where it is. Then we have the loan approval. Once the loan has been approved, an offer letter is drawn. When the offer letter is drawn, we go to the part that we call conveyancing and security perfection. Now, there are two stages. Valuation takes roughly 2 weeks for us to be able to complete the loan. It might take 2 weeks, it might take less. The whole mortgage process, the timeline that we are looking at is usually approximately 2 months. However, this timeline can vary from time to time based on how quick we are going to get the value and this part of conveyancing. So conveyancing and security protection, what is happening here, this is the process whereby since you got the sale agreement and we are using this house as collateral, what is happening is now that house will come in the name of Sacco, Safaricom Sacco, and the individual's name. So that in the event of default, the Sacco is also secured. We can be able to sell the property if that is the last mitigation measures. So again, in the conveyancing part, we have a qualified panel of lawyers whom during the mortgage application process, we advise you on them and even tell you who will be able to get a quicker turnaround time for you to access your property. Then as conveyancing is being done, we also have insurance, payment and processing. So the house needs to be insured. So that will take place based on the value. Again, there's a panel of insurances that you can actually choose on based on the rate. So the cash, once all this is done, disbursement is done to your FOSA account. Once disbursement is done to the FOSA account, in this case, disbursement is also usually transferred to the seller. So the seller is able to hand you your keys. And once you're able to get your keys, we are saying that at the end of the day, we are looking at a happy person who has their home. So again, how we like to see the mortgage process, since it's a journey that we say we are willing to walk with you every step of the way. So whichever way, if you're looking to build, if you're looking to buy, the Sacco is actually here to support you in the same. Now, in terms of mobile loans, what we have, number one, let me actually announce Rununu Advance, not Rununu, sorry, Rebates Advance. We currently have the Rebates Advance out. So with the Rebates Advance, if you go to your loans either on Safsiri, you will go to the loan option, you will see you have Kona, Rununu, and you'll see that you have Rebates Advance. So we started Rebates Advance early. You can take it, you can enjoy it, and then the repayment will actually be done in February when we are taking up the rebates. Then we have our corner loan. What happened with corner loan, we actually increased our limit to 200,000. So the 200,000, how corner works is the more I borrow, the more my limit also increases. It's two-way. I need to borrow and I need to repay for my loan to actually for my limit to keep increasing. So you will see that there are those who we have reached the maximum limit of 200,000. And then what we did, just as feedback from our members, they needed the payment period extended. So you will get, like right now, you can access the 200,000 that is repairable in 3 months. So what happens is, if I take, let's say, corner today, the 200,000, and I'm not able to pay by 25th of next month, it's not a must I pay. What will happen is that money will move to the next month. Yes, it will move to the next month at an additional interest rate of 5% per month. Now, in the second month, if I do not have money to pay, again, the loan moves to the third month. Third month, it moves, if you pay, even if you decide, if I took 200 and let's say I paid 100 in the first month, when the loan moves to the second month, you're not actually charged, let's say 5% of the principal amount. No, all our loans again are on reducing balance. So what will happen is you will be charged the balance in the second month at the 5% per month. If you're not able to pay again in the second month, it goes to the third month. Then the third month, if you're not able to pay, that is where we will recoup the same from your deposits. And hence why you get when we say your account has been blacklisted and you need to be whitelisted, what simply happens here is, since we took that money from your deposit, what it essentially means is you took the loan of 200. So what we are asking you to do is return this money. We are able to whitelist you. What happens with Corner now, the problem of being blacklisted is that your limit ends up going lower, and then it takes time for you to build. So that is why we encourage members, and that is why we extended the repayment period to 3 months, so that members can be able to be comfortable to pay the same. Then you have Rununu. Rununu loans, again, I encourage every one of you, if you're not on checkoff, actually the call is invite us to bring your bond to the Sacco. Why checkoff? Because when you're on checkoff, you're able to get more loans. As you can see, Rununu loan is available to checkoff members. What that simply means is pay is deducted from source, that is from your payslip. So we can have transfer of funds from your employer to the Sacco. With that, you're able to get Rununu up to a third of what comes into your account. And come the new year, we are looking to revamp some of these products to even be better. We have what we call the media advance. The media advance loan also comes for our checkoff members. That means that if you're either getting a bonus, you can be able to get it in advance. So what we are saying is for our members, the requirements when you're on checkoff are usually, let me say, lesser, because when you're on checkoff, what we will ask is for your last pay slip so that we can check your ability to pay. And then we are able to issue you a loan. Now, when you're an individual is whereby now we start asking for your 6 months bank statement. We also ask for a letter of confirmation from your employer. And then other than that, so that we can actually use this information, we will need your 6 months pay slip to actually check if you're able to repay the loan. So my encouragement to our members, again, if you're able to do your payments through the checkoff system, that will be most preferred. Again, being a digital Sacco, if you can see on my screen, if you scan those QR codes, they will actually take you to our apps that you can interact with, even aspects such as how to calculate your loan. We have a loan calculator on both Safsiri, iConnect. You can place your amount, play with it, put various scenarios so that you can know how much to get. Now, some of our partners, on my screen, you can see all the partners, and these are some that we have actually partnered with where you can get products and services. So all these people, we have done negotiated prices. We have done discounted prices for our members. If you need a vehicle and you go to Maridadi Motors, you will get it at a discounted price. Same to AA Japan as compared to going directly to the supplier. If you need good beddings, silent nights, any pillows, mattresses for the ladies who love comfy beds, you can get it. Now, in terms of construction, what we are trying to do is actually help you build your home by partnering with various suppliers. So you will see we have the likes of Mabati Rolling Mills. Kama unataka mabati, unajenga kwako, they give them to you. Actually, we negotiate between 15 to 25%, almost 30% discounts with some of our suppliers. So again, if you're looking to paint your house, we have Crown Paints, who actually, they have what they call CYS, Crown Your Space. Crown Your Space means that they will come, actually view your house, they give you one wall, they paint it for free for you. So we have all these various options that you can actually capitalize on. We have roto tanks, who what we just need from you is tell us, even if you're living in Marsabit, we just ask you to draw a map of where you need your tank delivered, and we get it for you. If you have a vehicle, you need some shocks, you need some springs, we have Oriel Monroe. So just feel free, if you're out there, there's Hot Point. Most partners, we try to get discounts, the best discounts for all our members. So you can just reach out. What you need from these guys, they just give you, once you mention that you're a Safaricom Sacco member, the discount is applied. They give you a pro forma invoice. When they give you the pro forma invoice, you can decide if you want to purchase the item in cash. What you need to do is just deposit that money in your FOSA. If you want to actually purchase the item as a loan, then you will go back to the iConnect system and then apply for the household loan so that you can be able to get whichever product that you want. Now, we have been having the Benevolent product. This is a hand of comfort product. What it simply means is, in the unfortunate event that something happens to you, which we never plan for, instead of you circulating a form and sometimes getting depressed, seeing how much people are contributing in a group, you're almost abusing your relatives for not contributing, or you're feeling bad about your friends not contributing. What you're simply saying is, for as little as 300 per month, you can actually, if something happens to you, your spouse is entitled to 100,000. Yourself, since it's you, sorry, your spouse will be entitled to the 100. Parents, you can cover up to 50,000. You can cover up to a maximum of 4 children. And if you shop around, you will see that this is among the few covers that actually cover your brothers and your sisters. And then it also covers your in-laws. So for as little as 300, you're able to get the benefits on the screen. And the highest contribution is actually 1,200. So for 1,200, at least you are sure that you are able to get a good send-off, or even for your loved ones, you're able to get a good send-off. Now, while we are on the subject of Benevolent, since here we are talking about demise. Now, in demise, when you guys registered, when every member registered, our form has a provision of listing your next of kin details. Now, by the provision of you listing your next of kin details, that is where you tell us you would like your spouse to either get 50%. If you have children, you divide the percentage. If you have your parents and you want to put something, you also put a percentage. Now, this next of kin, they change from time to time. I might have joined the Sacco when I was a spinster. In between, I got married. So what we are encouraging members is kindly just make sure that you're able to update your data, your next of kin data. Now, if you go to our iConnect profile, you're able to see your next of kin data under your profile. So you will see that there's the next of kin. There's a next of kin option whereby you're able to actually input the right information. And then once you key in your next of kin, what happens is the Sacco is able to get actually a message that you have updated your next of kin. So when you update your next of kin, for us, we are also, when you update on the system, we are also able to update it on our end. So it's an easier way for all members to update their next of kin. So again, just under the profile, under your profile, you're able to see your next of kin. If you want to change, just look at your data, see if your data is correct. If your data is correct, leave it as it is. If your data is not correct, then you have the option to actually update it. It has a make a checker process. So you will see that we will even call you to ensure that, are you the one who's actually changing your data to ensure that the data is well corrected. So again, that option of next of kin, my urge to you members is please just look into it and then update the data accordingly. For the benevolent, as I said, you can claim up to 5 claims per year. And then the waiting period, if you join today, for a nuclear family, we are giving you 1 month. And then for the dependents, we are giving them 2 months. Now, just to reiterate about the conversation, we are still the Sacco that offers you the lowest rates, 0.8% to 1%. As you have seen your loans, we do not have any hidden charges. Whatever you ask other than the recently insurance fee, that is what you get. Our loans, again, are easily accessible on all our platforms. We have flexible payment plans. And then just since this was the session whereby I was to take you through what is happening through the Sacco, again, just to reiterate our channels, we have the mobile platform, *345#, whereby if you follow the steps and the prompts correctly, you're able to get a PIN. Once you get that PIN, you're able to register on Safsiri. Safsiri is where you get those mobile loans that I have actually mentioned. And other than those mobile loans, if you do option 8 on your USSD, *345#, you're able to get it. And maybe just to conclude, as I invite back Anne, I would like to encourage, again, all members, if you have someone out there, tunasema, mlete nyumbani, mlete ndani. And then if you have a story that you're looking to tell, we as the Sacco, you can even just type your name on the chat, give us your number on the Q&A session. If you have a story of how Sacco has actually helped you, we are willing to listen. We are willing to air that story. So you can just reach out to us and then you tell us about the same. On the same iConnect, if you have any feedback, again, as you can see, we try to tailor make our products and services based on the consumer's needs, who are our members. So if you have any feedback, any suggestions, still on the iConnect platform, there's an area for feedback and suggestions. You can give them to us. Also nowadays, if you transact anything, be it on Safsiri, be it on iConnect, you're usually given a platform whereby you can give us feedback. So again, we say feedback is the food of champions, and we are here to improve your lives. So moving forward, there are a couple of sessions other than the monthly education sessions that we have. We usually have a new joiners session. You can watch out for that. We have a non-loanee section just to hear what do our members want in terms of loaning. So you can also look out for that. Thank you to our members in the diaspora who are currently joined. So we also hold special diaspora sessions just to get to understand our clientele better and what we can do. In addition, we also close with dormancy forums. Again, we are an open circle. We are willing to listen to hear what is happening to you. How can we help you? And with that, I would like to pass the baton to Anne, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Anita, for such an insightful session. So, members, just to recap on a few of insights. First of all, I can see, I believe we are all online, probably using our gadgets, phones, laptops. So, follow us, just take a minute or 2 minutes to follow us on our social media platforms. Facebook at Safaricom Sacco, IG at Safaricom Sacco, YouTube Safaricom Sacco, Xspace at Safaricom Sacco. Thank you. I believe you have gotten the social sites, right? So with all that said and done, we still insist on Mlete Ndani, and if you have any common bond or if you have a company out there looking to join the Sacco, you can introduce them to Safaricom Sacco. You have your friends, you have your relatives, and you have children below 18 years of age. You can introduce them. You can introduce them to the Sacco. We have junior accounts, and we also have toys. We call it a giraffe bank that we give to the account holder. They can be saving in that account back at home. So basically, that is meant to inculcate a savings culture in the young ones. We are all in a journey. In one way or the other, we shall retire from being SACCO members, and our children will be the future of Safaricom Sacco. So let's start inculcating this culture in them at an earlier age. Just go to our website, download the junior application form, fill it out, scan and send to sacco at safaricom.co.ke. And another insightful conversation that we've had is on the mortgage process. I know many of you have many questions concerning the mortgages. We've also seen a few queries on mortgage products. So the process is available on our website, or you can as well follow this conversation on YouTube so that you can recap on all that we've discussed here. We have questions that we are going to tackle. So just give me a minute, and as I check on the questions, I believe we are following Safaricom Sacco on the social media platforms. So I will start from down. I will not mention names, I'll just read out the question. How comes all my questions are not answered? Sorry, that is the last one, so I had to read it. How comes all my questions are not answered? This is Moses. The other name I'll not mention. So let me just go through it very fast. I see your name. Is the Sacco still buying loans? Yes, we are buying loans. And if you have a loan with any other financial institution out there, we can buy it off. Please bring it on. We'll take you through the process. And as mentioned earlier by my colleague Anita, our interests are very affordable. We don't charge any fee when we buy off the loans. I suggest a uniform interest on corner loan, And since it's deducted upfront, it is mathematically more than 3%. Perhaps they need to be looked at too. Okay, that is well noted, George. Is the Sacco still buying loans? Another question. Yes, you're still buying loans, bring them on. If loan amount has already been recovered from your deposits and you have done deposits over time until the amount taken has been covered, yet you are still blacklisted, what happens from there? So, Andrew, let me just explain a bit on this. This is in regards to corner loan. I'm sure you didn't pay and it was deducted from your deposits. So what happens? The reason why you must pay that particular amount back to your deposits is because the deposits are committed. You have guaranteed people using the same deposits. You have taken loans against those deposits. So that is why you must pay back that loan that was deducted from your deposits so that you be at par with the terms and conditions. Thanks. I'm 5 months old in the Sacco. Do I qualify for Karibu loan? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Good to mention total share of 17,500, doing well. Total deposits, contributions, currently servicing help, paid 2 months, no other loans, membership of Sacco and contributing through Safaricom partner contractor. Okay, you've given us details. You're doing well in terms of share capital and contributions. Write to us, sacco@safaricom.co.ke. Give us your ID number. We shall contact you. The subject should be Karibu loan qualifications. We shall call you back and take you through the process. May I get an answer before? Okay. Gashoka Philip, you'll get your answer before we leave. Try to get in some times back and it was indicating Jacqueline Nyaboke will answer your question. I think I've gotten a continuation of it. Very informative session. Thank you very much. Please answer me, anonymous attendee. We will make sure that we answer all your questions. So, okay. I have a loan I'm working on getting from Maridadi this March for a 2016 E-Square. I would like to know how to negotiate for the lowest value. This the name goes by AK. So AK, kindly write to us, Sacco@Safaricom or Sacco BD. Give us your details, your ID number, your member number. We shall contact you and help you with the negotiation or the rates. Okay, so I'll just take a few, maybe two more questions, then we can allow members who are raising their hands to ask their questions. So we have kindly, why is the corner issued being held when our check of deductions has been forwarded, but yet to be updated from your end? This happened to me this month and I couldn't solve the issue. The loan was taken. Okay. So I think this is an issue of late deduction or late submission. So it bars you from taking corner loan because it is probably reading that your account is dormant or you have defaulted. So Daniel, please write to us. This is a bit personal. We'll tackle it from there. Write to us. Maridadi contact person is, okay, we shall handle that. That is a complaint. Can you get new partnerships? Brian, that is noted. We shall work on it. We are bringing in more partners. We have one that is ongoing. And once we are done with the paperwork, we shall announce to you members as usual, CMC. The last one, is there a joint account? Also, how is rebates calculated? So Henry, in the Sacco, we don't have joint accounts. We have individual accounts. So if you want to join with maybe your partner or your spouse, you can have separate accounts. Then rebates is calculated on proration. So proration basically means it looks at how much you are contributing every month. So the higher, the better the returns. The higher the amount you're saving, the better the returns. So we have 5 people who have raised their hands. Let's give them a chance before we close on this. We shall be able to answer all your questions at the Q&A session. So we have I will ask you to unmute. If you have raised your hand, I will ask you to unmute, then mute yourself, then you can ask the question. So we have David. David, unmute yourself and ask your question.
Okay, good evening. Do you hear me?
So as we give David time, Moses, get ready, then Bernard, then Lemmy, then Charles, then AK. So we have 6. David, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. How are you? Do you hear me?
Okay, probably he's having issues.
Hello.
Yes, David, I can hear you.
Okay. My question is, I'm now like 6 months old in the Sacco, and I've got plans of like building rentals, and from the conversation I've realized that according to my savings, because I'm currently at let's say 120, so which means I'm looking at 360. But the land that I'm looking forward to develop is like 1 acre plot. So, and I've seen all those three or four products: development, Fanicacia, USA, and so my question is Safaricom ready to like award me a loan to develop that land? And what, because I've got like other lands that I might use as call it
Security.
surety or security. Yes. So because I was also looking that if I come home, can I get a session with one of you in the office so that we can discuss on how, because I'm like I need to develop that land as soon as possible. I hope you've
Okay.
gotten.
Yes, I've gotten your question. So number one, you've mentioned that you want to do rentals. Number two, you've mentioned that you have several plots. I want to believe the plots, all of them,
Yep.
you have the title deeds
Yep.
and your names.
Yep.
Number three, you're asking if you can get a session with one of us so that we take you through the process. So that's okay, David. It is okay. You can access a construction mortgage. We have Faraji. We have Faraji for construction
Yep.
at 9%, maximum 8 million. But unfortunately, it is not for commercial. It is for your own,
Residential.
your own. Yes, yes. So we have other products that we can give you. We have Fanikisha, we have development. So
Yeah.
please just come to the office. We'll be able to take you through the other products that are available that you can take up to help you put up the rentals on the same plot.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So we have Moses. Moses, it is your turn. Kindly ask your question. We have about 5 minutes left, and we want to give everyone raising their hand a chance to ask a question. Moses, are you ready? Henry? Henry, go ahead. Moses, we shall come back to you.
My question is about the rebates. So I just want to give you an example of I have 1 million and then I've been saving 5,000 the last 12 months of this year. So my total comes to like 1 million and 60,000. What will be my rebates for the next year?
Okay. So, Henry, like I said before, we have a formula which is proration, so which is done on proration, or rather, it is called proration. So I think that means we have to share with you maybe an Excel sheet showing
Uh-huh.
how the calculations are done. So we'll need to share an example of calculation with you. But I want to believe that other members who are here, probably you have earned rebates before, or last year was your first time. We do have a formula that is usually shared to your Siri. You'll be able to see it on Siri and also on iConnect, how the calculations are done. Uh, in your case, Henry, you can write to us. We'll share with you an Excel showing how the calculations are done.
Okay, thank you so much.
We have AK. So once we answer your question, kindly lower your hand. We have AK. AK, you can ask your question.
Yes, hello. Thank you for the talk. It's very informative. I was just curious, when you were reading off that email, I was not able to get it. So I was hoping that either you could put it into the chat, both emails. That way I just have them so then I can reach out to you after this.
Okay. Okay, we shall put them there. We have Lemi. Ask your question kindly.
Thank you for the session. Mine is on emergency loan. I believe it's called emergency because you are really in need. Why can't you reduce the requirements for an emergency loan? Because I believe the emergency loan that you take, most of the time, it is lower than the contribution. Other than for emergency loan, to go asking for if you are not on checkoff, you go asking for all those requirements. By the time you get them, is it really an emergency loan?
Okay. So that is well noted, Lemi. It's on now on requirements. So as long as the loan is within what you're borrowing or below what you're borrowing, usually we ask for just 1 month statement, a copy of ID, then we are good to go. So in your case, I think it was a little bit different. We apologize for that, but that is well noted and we shall work towards that If you're requesting for an emergency, it needs to sort out your emergency. So that is well noted. We shall improve on that. We have George, you can ask your question.
Okay, thank you, Anne. I have two questions. One, about the properties that the Sacco has offered to members recently, especially parcels of land. It is beginning to look like the valuation could have been done in a better way, because we see members trying to liquidate their positions, but some of them are struggling even to get the buying price, to get offers at the initial buying price, which was 7 years ago. And where someone has been lucky to get offers near the buying price, it is rarely showing any sign of appreciation. So it's beginning to look like it was not a good investment guidance by the Sacco. We need a clarification about this. So there are two projects that I know of which are affected by this. And then the second one is about that corner advance loan. Well, in your presentations, we are priding ourselves to be the Sacco that is offering the lowest interest rate. But if you look at the interest rate that we are having on the corner advance, then it moves us away from that from that truth. Because okay, you're starting at 3% and it's actually 3.1% because the interest is front loaded. And then against what logic is it escalating to 5% in the second month? Because even the mobile loans in the market are not escalating. When your loan is rolled over, it's rolled over at the same interest rate. So first call is, I think we could look into reviewing the interest rate to encourage uptake, and also harmonize. If it is really repayable within 3 months, it should be repayable at a uniform interest rate. I think that is in line with industry practice. Maybe regulations allow you, but then industry practice are pointing to the contrary. So if we can get some response to these two, I'd be grateful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, George. I'll hand over the second one on corner to Anita.
So thank you. Thank you, George, for the question. Now, in regards to the product, as you have said, yes, it is a bit costly, but again, that is why we have structured for the Sacco different products at different prices. We take the feedback. Again, the same came through the extension of the repayment period, hence the current structure. However, we appreciate the feedback and we will still continue aligning the product to suit the members' needs accordingly. Additionally, to your initial question about the land that was sold to you individually, if it was well valued, again, the land was valued as at the time and then sold as at that time. Yes, with land, you expect an appreciation to happen, which if it's not the case, maybe you can just reach out to us. However, in this case, since the land was already sold, I don't think there's much that we can assist on. However, any way, you can just reach out to us and we will be able to assist.
Okay, so Thank you for the feedback, George. I'll give a chance to one more. No, we have Peter. Oh yeah, we have Peter as the last. Who was the last person? We have Peter. We have Donald. So I'll give two people so that we can close, because I see we have so many people raising their hands. We might not be able to tackle all that, but kindly you can write to us. Write to us at sacco@safaricom.co.ke. You can post your question there. We'll be able to answer you. But for this opportunity, let me give Donald and Peter to ask their question. So Donald, you can ask the question, then Peter, get ready.
Okay, good evening. My question is the maximum amount of Karibu loan one can take. And then again, about 6 months ago, I wrote you an email concerning my payment to the Sacco. I was not able to pay the monthly contributions, and you told me it's okay, you can just leave it. But as at now, my account is freezed. I cannot even buy credit. So why that? And I have money on my account.
Okay, so Donald, account being freezed, you'll need to clarify that part. Account being freezed, not able to buy credit. Is it M-Pesa or which account? Is it Safsiri?
No, FOSA.
FOSA.
Yeah.
Okay, so the maximum loan for Karibu, the maximum loan amount is 500,000,
Yeah.
depending on terms and conditions and
Okay.
the qualifications as well. Then now, your account being dormant for 1 month does not make your account to be freezed. So that is something that we need to look at. We look at your account.
Yeah.
Just share with us your ID number.
Right now or through email?
Yeah, through email. Through
Okay,
email,
fine.
write to us, sacco@safaricom.co.ke. Share your ID number. We shall look
Yes.
at your account and see how to activate it. And I
Okay,
hope
sawa
I
sawa.
have answered your question.
Sawa sawa, asante.
Karibu. So Peter Chege, you can ask your question.
Okay, hello, and good evening, each and everyone, all the members and the champions. So, I think my question is one. I have only two questions. The first one is, I want to ask whether on the issue of the rebates, how much are you charging, or which is the interest for the rebate? Because sometimes you may charge higher, and as a member, I can see it's better to wait till February instead of being charged. Sometimes last year I saw it was charged a lot of money. So can they give us the kind of the interest you charge at least? But even if it you already have it, let's say a bit be reasonable, because it's borrowing against your returns on investments. In fact, so the next one is about the issue of suppliers. I've had a member having an issue with, let me call it, about the one of the suppliers. Let's say, I don't know whether it's about Maridad or something of the sort. But now my question is, let's say I want to import a car, and I'm planning to do that through the Sacco. So imagine now a supplier is having issues, and then you clear ahead, and then I enter to the same trap. So if a supplier is having issues, or some unfinished business with a member of the Sacco, it's good to suspend that supplier until he finishes with the first member, instead of accumulation of issues which can raise some confidence issues within the Sacco. Because at the end of the day, I'm trusting the Sacco, the kind of supplier, they are giving for me to transact on the behalf. Thank you.
So thank you so much, Director Peter, for the question. So let me just start with the supplier issue. So usually in the event that any member has an issue with the supplier, our work is actually to ensure that that issue is resolved. So we do not tend to pile issues the same way you have put it. The practice is if there's something that is currently happening that has not been resolved, the team here, actually Anne is in charge of partnerships. She has her team that she works with to ensure that if there's any complaint or any SLA is not met, then the same can actually be adhered to. In terms of suspension, yes, we have suspended our suppliers who have not been able to work as per the contract terms. So again, even as you see us market these different suppliers, we market reputable people. We will not want you to go out there, then you're damaged and we are not able to assist you. Now, on the question of the rebates, and I think let me answer the rebates on the corner in one bouquet, if you can allow me. Different products in the Sacco are structured differently. And all this is geared towards the same return that members are asking at the end of the year. So you will see that in our structure of products, there are those that we price very cheaply to compete with them, to actually get the masses to apply for the loan. And there are those based on the uptake that you will find their price slightly higher because of the accessibility and also because of the frequency of the uptake. So that is how we structure our products. Again, so that at the end of the day, we are able to get enough revenues and also enough dividends and rebates to distribute to our members. So that is why you will see they are priced that way. So again, we take feedback from our members. Your opinions, your suggestions are actually well taken into consideration, and we are going to work towards actually improving our products and services for you, our members. So thank you for that.
Thank you, Anita. So members, I believe we have tackled most of your questions, and that now marks the end of our member education today, specifically this session, but our lines are open. Our email address is there. You can write to us. You can also post a question on our social media pages. You can inbox us. We'll be able to answer you back, and we urge you to follow, like, comment, and subscribe. We are in this together, and even if our YouTube will start paying, that will go to the returns we give to our members. So share with your friends so that they can follow, they can comment, they can watch our videos. These videos that we post on our YouTube, they are very educative. Just go to our YouTube, you'll find a number of videos there. They have very educative information. Anything that you need to know about the Sacco, the mortgage, the loan application process, they're there on our YouTube. So thank you very much for honoring the call today. Until next time, have a good evening and good afternoon. Thank you.